And welcome back, geeks and gamers, ninjas and robots. We don't want to forget those guys. This is HorsePLAY Live. Today is April 23rd, and I made sure that is affirmed. 2015, and this is episode 71. Holy shit. 29 to go. 29 more to go. Yeah. Entitled The Nexus Files. Before we get into all the fun ahead, people, in this episode, I'm joined by none other than the filthy, hardcore, casual bear lizard, anything you want to call him, YogiZilla. What's up, big guy?
Quack deliosa, quack, quack, quack. Senorita, Rita. You never did that as a kid?
We didn't ask for a song.
I like to switch it up.
I just said hi. I
Hi.
didn't say nothing about
I'm singing
Yogi.
you a song.
I didn't say nothing about Yogi. Sing for us today. There goes my cam, too, by the way.
I feel like a little kid. There's a lot of bad news floating around, but in the gaming and geek verse, there's been good stuff going on. So, you gotta take the good with the bad and celebrate it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Try to be a kid again, for what little I can. But you never played Quack Deliosa or Duck Duck Goose and none of that stuff?
No.
You never did London Bridge is Falling Down? Ring Around the Rosies? Pockets Full of Posies? Oh my goodness, what? Oh, yeah. Oh, see? Kaihek said he heard you say that you wanted me to sing.
I did not ever say I've ever wanted Yogi to sing, ever.
Oh.
I'm just saying. No. But we do want to make sure that we give big shout outs to, of course, the man himself. Chris is in the house. I saw that earlier. He's like, I'm here for the show.
Chris.
Well, we're not.
Chris Gannon, not just any Chris. Chris Gannon. The Chris Gannon. A.K.A. Death Nation. A.K.A. Gaming Death Podcast Showrunner. And part of the gang. Hashtag the gang. Aw,
what
yeah.
he said.
It's hot as hell. It was cool today. All of a sudden, it decided to get humid. So, I'm hyped. And then the humidity, not a good combination. So I'm probably sweaty. You'll see me do a lot of this. Oh my gosh. I got rid of my little sweat rag. Where'd it go? Okay. Napkin will have to do. But Obi.
Yeah, dog. What's up?
I got some really big news for you, bro. I don't know if you heard.
I'm scared.
Something big happened for me on my birthday. Something unexpected.
What happened for you, bro?
I became a console peasant again.
Oh my god. Peasant gets down on the floor.
Now, mind you, this was just after I had an epiphany. Instead of worrying about getting all the parts I need to build the more upgraded computer, I can take the current rig I have, which has the clean installation of Windows on there, and it has server-grade components in there, and just take my video card, which is a gaming video card, in here. And I was like, damn, why didn't I do that before? And I should be able to swap over the memory, too. So that's another part I'm going to do. But yeah, it's been crazy. But in the mail, I got a very cryptic email first. And it said, happy birthday. And then it was an inside joke said, level 3! Because I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. And then one time, my brother walked in on me, and he heard me go, well, I have a level 3 zombie, so you can't kill it. So he didn't, out of context, that sounds ridiculous. But there's a reason for it. So anyway, from now, the rest of my life, I'm level 3. To my little brother and his circle of friends. And certain people in my family. But I got an email from him. It was like a Best Buy greeting card, and it was the weirdest thing. You click on it, and it takes you to the same email, but in web form. I'm like, what the hell is this? Okay, cool, thank you, cool card. But it was just like that level 3, and I'm like, okay, happy birthday, level 3. I'm like, cool, thank you. And then the next day, I get a package, a huge box. It's huge. I'll show you right now. Look how huge it is. Look, it's freaking huge. It's huge. Anyway. Guess what was in it, Obi? Nothing's wrong with consoles. Except for
huge.
You spend lots of money on them. And you have walls of shame.
Okay, go ahead. What was in it?
What did you guess?
A PS4 or Xbox One.
I was about to say PS4. Do you even know me, brother?
Xbox One.
Yes.
You got an Xbox One from somebody?
Yep. What? Hey, I had a really rough start of the year. People know about some people know about all the stuff or a lot of the stuff. And, last year didn't end so great. So, yay. I'm not too proud to accept gracious donations, because I'm certainly not in a position to do it myself. So it actually took my mind off of stuff.
No, grats, dude. I'll say that. I will say that. Grats to you.
Thank you, brother.
Even though it is an Xbox, but grats still. I mean, that is your calling, an Xbox, and, even though we're on the opposite sides of the spectrum, grats to you, dude. I'm so happy that you got that. For the person that actually sent that to him, thank you very much for giving Yogi a way to cope with reality, which we all need those every once in a while. So
yeah, I mean, it's more like my gaming plate is full. I feel no absence in my gaming plate, but it's more like I get to reconnect with friends that are strictly console. And it's the hot newness. It's something new to play with. And now all the things I've seen people do with their system, or I've heard people talk about, I get to experience firsthand. Now, in the future, I could have my first impressions if you guys would like to hear them. But all I'm going to say right now is that as much as I love it, and I'm Team Xbox all the way, and I'm super hyped, there are opportunities. So I'm not a fanboy that does not see the issues. One of the things I see that's a huge issue is the downloads. They do take a long time. And let me tell you, I do not want a future where it's purely digital distribution for the games. We are not there yet. I have like 5 games queued up, maybe about, let's say 70 gigs worth of stuff. If it was on my PC, it would have been done. Maybe in an hour tops, 2 hours tops.
Right.
They've been going since around 1 this afternoon, and probably still going right now. Yeah, it's still on. So yeah, I got the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Unity bundle. My brother said, "Oh yeah, me and our cousin Dave are playing Assassin's Creed Unity online." I'm like, "Oh wow, really?" And our brother's not a gamer. Like, he's not really a gamer. He's like, you think I'm a casual? Whoo! So the fact that like his girlfriend got him an Xbox One, and all of a sudden now he's all hardcore into it. So it's kind of cool.
So can we expect you to how much is the internet requirement for those? To stream from the Xbox? Is it the same, or is it lower, higher?
Yeah, the streaming I haven't messed with yet. I give you a more of analysis with that. Yeah, I don't even want to open that up yet. I want to play with it, just the gaming part first. So this weekend, this Saturday, we're having a little game night. I'm playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Tomorrow? I think it's coming tomorrow. With Normie from the Zombie Cast and Knuckleballer Radio. Our good friend Normie, if you guys have listened to previous episodes, she's awesome. And maybe Sean Freeman also will join us. He's part of Team Xbox. And then on Saturday, I'm playing with my little brother and my cousin and some of our friends. So this is cool because I'm actually excited because I don't really connect with my brother that much. We're like night and day. So it's something we get to like share together. But he got me Minecraft, the Xbox One edition. And then I got the Assassin's Creed game. So that part he hit the nail right on the head. Minecraft I like, but I'm more of like the mods and the survival scenarios. I don't like the vanilla creative stuff. I don't have the time for it. Like if I had time to just build gardens and mansions, cool. But I don't I don't have time to just get lost in that for hours and hours. For that, like when I think about that, it's like I could play like 10 games of Heroes of the Storm in less time, and get more satisfaction out of that. So I don't know. I guess my patience has grown.
You got to think about it too. You have grown to become an active PC user. So going back to that console, it's like, okay, this is kind of boring. Yeah, sure. You're just holding a controller in your hand, where sometimes you'd be holding a controller at your PC or even with keyboard and mouse, and you have, I tried it, dude. I tried to play FIFA online.
I still use my Xbox controller on my PC. Boom, it's connected right now, ready to go.
Yeah, well, I don't have one of those. I have the wireless one, so I actually have to go buy one of the wired ones. But
it's worth it.
I know it is. That's what Chewy was saying too. But I mean, I tried to play it was Xbox Online. I still have Don't ask why. I still have one. This is why. This is my friends. We're gonna keep your Xbox Live account active just in case you want to play with us. Never, guys. I got on last night and played with them. Here it is right here. Yeah, I was so bored after about 20 minutes. I was like, are we doing something? We are. We're playing. So you guys left without me? Yeah, just join in on us. I can't. It won't let me. Oh, did you close the game? So instead of starting over, they're like, okay, we'll be done in a few minutes.
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed different with console gamers.
30 minutes later, I'm like, you guys, I don't want to, I'm going to go play freaking Counter-Strike because I can play 2 comps and be so happy because even if I lose, I'll be happy.
Obi, that's actually why I kind of stopped playing console games to begin with. I didn't have the single player games just didn't grip me enough. I didn't have time to commit to them, and multiplayer is really all I do, whether it's PvE or PvP. And I swear, console gamers are impatient. Like your friends, they're like, oh, Yogi, we haven't played a game together forever, and then you're like, all right, I'm here. And then they're like, oh, yeah, okay, we can bring you the next one. And you remind them, hey, okay, I'm still waiting. Like, oh, we started another one. Wait, bring you the next one. Like, I'm just gonna go back to the PC. I don't have the patience for that kind of thing anymore. But yeah, we have a lot of chat here. Apparently, we have a lot of people who are Team Xbox that I didn't know.
Yeah, there are.
I know we're split. I know we're split though.
I mean, I know I have a few PS4 users. I know I have that, but that's a lot of what we've been doing in the last week, isn't it?
No, I mean, we're only 12 minutes in. We're good. We've gone on much worse.
You do know though, in the last week, the Pseudogen team. You know about Pseudogen. Everybody should know about Pseudogen so far. I'm trying to use the website and it's not working for me. So what I'm gonna do is somebody else is gonna write what they want on it. This is funny. Somebody else is gonna write it, and then I'm gonna copy and paste it onto the website. So it'll be up either tonight or tomorrow. But Pseudogen, instead of we were in silver tournaments and everything, we've actually had one tournament basically stopped. It didn't get enough people. I believe, and then we actually had to withdraw from the other one because we can't stay in silver.
Yeah, but why don't you never email me about these things? You always bring it up during the show. Like, Yogi, my access is not working. Let me know and I'll hook you up. I just set up a bunch of people that joined the gang, and they're gonna be writing for the site. They're gonna be streaming. They're gonna help coordinate gaming. Community events. This is
in the last week. It's things that has happened, and I'll let you know. I don't want to spread it on the show or anything. But over the last week, over the last few days, has happened. So, and I'm really taking the interest in moving it forward more than it would have been in the past. Get that? Yeah, I think everybody got that, so we're good.
Gotcha. Now I want to say back to the Xbox One. Like I said, I'm going to go into deep impressions, and maybe it'll be a quickie next show. But I know why this download's so slow, because you can multitask so much on that. And it is very seamless, the way you can go between. You could game while you're downloading. Problem with that is, because they only, they split up the bandwidth, and they have, the processor split up like that, you compromise some of the performance and the focus of it. The Xbox 360... you couldn't download in the background. It would just stop the download when you're playing the game, so you had to choose one or the other, right? I kind of wish I could have that option. Like, hey, dedicated, just download it, get this done. So, we'll see. I'm going to see after the show if it's done. I'm downloading we'll talk about it in the news, actually. There's a few Xbox games with gold. Actually, if we make it to deals for cheap bastards, we'll talk about it. But anyway. I won't get Xbox One crazy on here, but I'm excited. I'm happy.
No, hell yeah, dude. I'm happy for you. I mean, you get to something else you get to do, and potentially, and if I'm not mistaken, some of the streaming is actually, you can do it a lot easier, and it takes less to stream on Xbox. So that might be something to get you back too, and get you back in the streaming site. Hey, you gotta stream Xbox One stuff. Hey. Who cares?
I definitely would make it more convenient. I mean, the bandwidth issue is still a thing because the data overages. So I want to make it count when I stream. But yeah, I definitely plan to stream from console and PC and switch it up, you know, and do viewer games like that. So I'm gonna see what my audience is playing right now, and then kind of try to see if I can get my hands on those games, get some deals on them, and then do the little viewer games.
Polls.com for a win.
Yeah, right. Or I hear geekyantics.net. You could do polls on there. Just saying. It's a pretty handy dandy site. Might be a little biased.
A little?
A little, maybe a smidge. And I say again, it's good to see Chris in here. It's been a while since he watched this live.
I know, he was like earlier, he was like, dude, I'm liking the beard. Haven't seen you guys in forever, but like, damn, if you haven't seen my beard so far, you have been gone for a while.
Yeah.
'Cause I've trimmed it down.
Yeah, that didn't grow overnight. Oh, you know what? I did also want to shout out somebody, Obi.
What's that?
Go ahead, finish your story. Finish your story. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I was just going to say that people haven't noticed either. They think it's growing. I mean, my beard's the same length. I had to trim it down. It was way too... I found out that this side of my face grows a lot faster.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. Everybody's got weird hair things, you know?
Who do you need to shout out, man?
I wanted to shout out, you know, we used to do this thing where, like, our idiot of the week, you know, just to be salty dogs and laugh. So I want to shout out this new salty know-it-all that I met on HOTS, who's a reflection of the kind of people I don't want to run into in a PvP game. His name is Tarwaz, this guy argued me relentlessly because I said it's a shame that people are buying into Heroes of the Storm just to troll. Because it's like, when the Founders Pack was open, there's an influx of toxic people. And I swear there was people that just bought in just so they could grief everyone else. You know, because that didn't exist during the alpha. So then he decided to explain to me that the game is free to play, as if I wasn't aware of this. I'm like, yes, but since it's closed right now, people have two options to get in. They could buy in through the Founders Pack, and they get kind of like a founder's prestige kind of items, you know, a special distinction, or they could get a score, a beta key if they're lucky from Blizzard or from a friend. And he's like, it's a free to play game, you idiot. And he's like, you fucking idiot. It's a free to play game. I'm like, whoa! Like, he went out of nowhere, like. Because I talked, and I'm like, no, you're not listening to me. I'm agreeing with you.
You're a fucking idiot.
I know it's a free-to-play game, but what I'm saying is the Founders Pack was the way people to buy in. It's a free-to-play game. So then I just got sarcastic and I said, oh, okay, I get it. When it's an exchange of money, it's still free. So hey, Obi, give me $20. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. That's his logic. And he just kept drilling this. Oh, it was great. So then I just like laughed and said, I can't wait to talk about this on my podcast. And he's like, no one gives a fuck about your podcast. I'm like, oh well, actually Blizzard does. They listen to us. And we've gotten people into the alpha, so I think people care. And not to mention, you know, for a lot of like Blizzard related stuff, we've gotten a lot of hits because of that stuff on our website and on our podcast.
People, even though they don't care, they don't think they do. People care about Blizzard because it's not all about World of Warcraft now. I mean, you think about it, it's not. We do shows on every game but World of Warcraft.
No kidding.
Okay, we do shows on Heroes of the Storm. Look at our overlay, guys. We play Heroes. I mean, you know, was it Hearthstone, our overlay? Then on our overlay too, you have Heroes of the Storm. We talk about, if not on HorsePLAY Live, we talk about D3 on the Sunday Dose all the time.
Yep.
Come on, Overwatch. We've been talking about Overwatch like crazy for the last month.
Oh yeah. We might have some news in that.
Yeah.
We might have some news in that too. But that same game.
Warcraft 4 or bust. Damn right.
That same game though, it was funny because that same game, like our Lily was never in a team fight. A support that's not supporting their team is like having a third tit. Yeah, it's cool, but it's pretty useless. You only have two hands. What are you gonna do with that third tit? Well, I guess you can find a use. But I mean, seriously,
it works.
Obi's like, ooh, future idea for when I have too much money. Anyway, I'll save the heroes talk for later. But it was just funny. Like I'm not the kind of person to call out people like that. But and not just this Tarwaz guy. It's just people like him that they are so stubborn that they don't want to see another side. Like I can see that and say, hey, I agree with your point, but I'm not saying that. Like he's arguing a point that wasn't the point I'm making, and then drilling that point further, and then losing the focus to the game. Needless to say, we lost the game because he's too busy arguing with me, and then the Lily decided to join the argument too, and I'm like, what? And then, anyway, salty.
We're doing it right now. We're doing it right now.
No.
Salty dog of the week. We're going to do this every show, guys. We are going to find... No, seriously, we play enough games to where if you guys want to... you could do that, Yogi. But this is right here. Before we get into the whole show and while we're talking for 15, 20 minutes at the beginning, we are going to do the Salty Dog of the Week. We're going to find, if you guys want to suggest your own salty dog, you guys can do that via voicemail, Twitter. Voicemail is 206-415-4987. Twitter, Obi1X2 at YogiZilla. At Geeky Antics. Go to geekyantics.net and say, I have a salty dog of the week. We're gonna compile them all up, use the best one we think is the funniest, and we're gonna do it every week right here. I have a couple of them for the next 3 months, so we're good on that aspect if we don't get anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
It's all you.
I mean, I don't want people to think that we're salty, because in talking about salty dogs, we're becoming part of the problem. But I want to I want to hold people accountable for those behaviors.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna just dog salty people. No, it's not gonna be every salty person we come across as our salty dog of the week. Like you had some guy just go way overboard on you. And then somebody else jumped in on you. Like I've played with you. I've watched you type to people. I've watched you stream it and type to people and say, "Hey guys, chill. You know, it's okay."
Yeah, I'm always the peacekeeper.
You're a very passive aggressive person. These guys were blown into you. That's the kind of salty dogs we want.
I really think if there was,
we can call them out.
Imagine if there was a stupid wall on like Facebook, and then it went viral. And it started showing up in Walmart bulletin boards and at your local McDonald's. Like, imagine if all the idiots online, all the internet tough guys, and the people that just have verbal diarrhea.
I call them PC Rambos.
Oh, that too, whatever you want to call them. But imagine if they got called out and they lost their anonymity and they were held accountable for that. I bet you they would act completely different.
Money
like,
was moved to your channel.
You know, that face put to their actions... They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't blow so hard. They would try to work things out and be more compromising. And that's the whole issue.
Well, that's everybody. If you were to see the actions of if you were to see the reaction of your action before it happened, then that's why people do stupid shit, because they don't think they're dumb.
Yep.
I mean, really.
And I also think like a majority of the people, if they stepped away from the situation, saw from the other side, or saw how they come off. Like, I love the fact that damn, this is gonna come up later on, but I want to talk about. Remember we talked about, Obi, what we could do to reduce the toxicity in games. Blizzard is taking
games.
No, Blizzard is taking one of our suggestions and implementing them. They already started to. Really? Now, I'm not saying we were the only ones that said it, but we definitely were the ones like saying like. Spreading this to other people, and it was propagating.
Yeah, but we're not proud enough. We're not going to say, well, yeah, they only listen to us. No, Blizzard watches our show all the time. They listen to it on podcasts, but they listen to us. Not saying listen to us in their games, but they hear everything we say. So why not? If they have what did they start using?
Well, they have a thing called Lever Jail, and they're gonna do a similar thing for toxic players, right? You know, because just banning someone or even suspending them just because they got reported a bunch of times, it's an iffy thing, because a bunch of people's friends can get together and gang up on you, and that person might be the troll, but you know, it's a mob mentality, right? Mm-hmm. But they're gonna have levels of offenses, like code red, code orange, you know, kind of thing, different levels like that, different brackets. The more your offenses, the longer it'll take you to get out of jail. So until you could have several games without being toxic or being a lever, you'll stay in that jail. And guess what? You'll play with other douchebags just like you, or other people with tin can connections.
So they're never gonna be in the jail.
Oh my god! So it's just I loved it. It's brilliant because they'll just be so fed up. They'll either be so fed up they'll quit the game altogether, or they'll realize, wow, am I like that guy? No, and then they'll change up their behavior. And I think
maybe it'll turn. You know how many other MOBAs would do that or set that up like that?
Yeah, because I think
every single one of them.
It's a no-brainer. Like, put them in a separate queue, separate matchmaking queue. You know, these are the guys that consistently throw games. They distract their teams because people start having conversations. You know, they're trying to sort things out, and then they lose their focus. It's just like for the same reason you don't drive while you're on the phone or messing with your radio, because you might think you're paying attention to the road, but you can't focus on the road if you're also doing other stuff. That's just the fact. Right. Anywho. But I'm really excited that they're listening to the community. You know, other folks like us that are doing podcasts, that have websites, that have networks, that are telling others, hey, help us get the word out on these ideas, because the more people say these same things, suggest these same things, the more they'll listen. And Blizzard's really good about implementing that stuff. But anyway, we got to move on, because tonight on the show, we're going to share more tips for competing in PvP games without losing your mind or all of your time, and without being a salty dog about it. Being salty and like poning your team is not productive. Some people say, "Oh, if you put fear into them, if you use negative reinforcement, it makes the team work better." No, it doesn't. The stats say completely the opposite. Even League of Legends says that. Riot has a stat where like people that encourage their teammates win 60% more matches or 70% more matches. I'm sure the real numbers are even higher. You know.
It says you're liable to win 66.6% more matches if you encourage and help your teammates instead of yelling at them.
Yeah. The little tooltip.
Those are right though, dude.
Yeah.
I've been in games where, you know, and you guys know how much I love League of Legends, of course, now. But I've been in games and I still play the game. Okay, every now and then I'll get on when nobody else is on. I have an alternate account that I get on there and just see if it's still this way. But there have been games where people have been positive reinforcements.
Yeah.
And it helps. Like, we win the game because everybody's like, hey, dude, good try. Get them next time. They said, okay, I'll just farm by the tower. Okay, good try. Or, hey, farm by the tower. They do that. They get enough farm a top laner to kill them or something. Or we get a good gank because they're overextended. You know, whatever. Things. Being nice works. My wife taught me that. The one thing that I've basically gained from being married from her, I don't want to say this, but is being nice works. If you're nice you get a lot more bees with honey than sugar. I don't know what the saying is.
Yeah, well, you can win over more bees with honey than with vinegar. Isn't that it?
I don't know.
Something like that. But anyway, we're also going to talk. We're going to report on our current community gaming efforts and some of the ranked play experiences we'll be having. I know we're keeping this trend going. You know, we do things in series. But, you know, particularly when we're talking about Heroes of the Storm. And there might be other surprises. There might even be voicemail. Who knows?
If you guys are new to the show, welcome to our silly party. And I'm going to say that just like that. Because I don't know. Because I wasn't ready for it, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
Welcome to the silly party, you know, and usually at that point I would go, wee!
But I messed it up, so it's all good. You guys are new to HorsePLAY. HorsePLAY Live is where geeks come to play, and 10 times out of 10, we get in trouble. I'm not even going to say 9 times out of 10 anymore, because more than likely I'm saying something stupid. We are the flagship radio talk show for the geeky antics in collaboration with AllGames.com and the United Broadcasting Network. Our show covers all the aspects of geek culture and a special focus on indie and strategy games, technologies, and might I say, we have some epic rants. And of course, the social issues that geeks face, and along with community events that we try to do or support. Sometimes we even talk about tabletop gaming, and more than likely we're going to talk about food, just because.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yogi, let everybody know a little bit more about the show, man.
So if you haven't figured it out by now, we're live and uncut. We go off on wild tangents, and we have lots of things planned. We're mostly unscripted, but more than likely, we're not going to get through all the topics and news items of the day, of the week, whatever. But sometimes we say something that might offend you. Give us the benefit of the doubt. we're actually pretty friendly people. We like listening to all sides of a debate. But above all, we're just having fun. Sometimes we just say things for comedy purposes, comedic purposes. And, I mean, this is Horseplay. What else could you expect from a show named Horseplay? Shenanigans are abound.
Amen, brother. Preach it.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all you got to preach. All right. Sermon's done. Horseplay Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific. Twitch on Twitch channels Geeky Antics and simulcasted on YogiZilla. Horseplay Live replay is also available earlier on Thursdays about 5 p.m. and it's on allgames.com. So you guys give us 5 minutes of your time and you'll hook us up with a view. That's awesome. We're gonna keep right into it because we decided we wanted to talk forever in the beginning. The obligatory news. Ding. I fucked that up.
It's alright. We're gonna roll with it. So anyway, speaking of Heroes of the Storm, there's a confirmed June 2nd release date. So everybody can join us finally on the game. But oddly enough, before that it's going into open beta, which is kind of weird, like a 1 month long open beta. Okay. Though this is better than the way they handled Hearthstone. Hearthstone, they did a really soft launch, and they kind of downplayed how awesome the game is. And even though it's gotten lots of attention since then, I feel like they did a disservice to Hearthstone. So the hype train is coming, but it's interesting because this news is kind of overshadowed. I mentioned this to friends, and and I'm hearing a lot of buzz about this other game by a company named Motiga, Gigantic. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a great game, but I'm a little annoyed because people are like, oh, I don't like MOBAs. But then they're like, oh, Gigantic looks awesome. I'm like, that's a MOBA. No, they say it's not a MOBA. No, they say it's not a MOBA, but it is. Because a MOBA is a multiplayer online battle arena. If you have multiple players in an arena battling, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're pushing lanes, if you're destroying a nexus, or if you have giant creatures that you have to protect, or if you're holding positions like domination. It's still a MOBA.
Power defense, it's a MOBA.
Exactly. So it looks great. I love the company Motiga. I know people that work there, that work with them. But here's the thing. It's still in alpha. They don't have. They say they're gonna release it sometime 2015. We're in 2015. It still hasn't gone into beta. And if I'm not mistaken, people that are in the alpha are still under NDA, so they can't even talk about the game. There's some gameplay video out there, but not much. 'Cause most people are under NDA, so they can't even stream it technically, unless they get explicit permission. So it's really weird to me, And then the other thing, Blizzard has their own game that's kind of comparable, I guess you could say, Overwatch. So, I think the reason that we're seeing this rush timetable is because Blizzard wants to get the game out. Because we were talking before that it might be out, November, December time, around there, fall season-ish. But they're doing it sooner. And we thought that might be an option, that might be a possibility too, but it's still surprising it's still this soon. I had a feeling that summer might be a thing, but still. I guess they're trying to get it in before these other announcements come out. So what I think the real news here is that Overwatch is gonna go into beta soon. So more people, and they're gonna bring more people in.
And I hope I get in because I really want to play that. And that being said, right there, we're talking about Blizzard. And hopefully the Blizzard personnel or somebody's listening to it at this point in time when we really want one of you guys as a guest on Horseplay Live. I don't care. We want somebody from Blizzard to come up and tell us some stuff. Please let us know what's going on. Any kind of rough timetables or anything would be appreciated. Just because everybody that we talk to and we put out this show to, everybody wants to know. Because everybody plays your game. So hook us up, maybe, would be nice.
I mean, they definitely listen because they've hooked us up with access, with beta keys. And
but we don't want nothing. We want them to come and be on Horseplay Live.
I gotta reach out to them because I had some contacts, but...
They're on the West Coast, dude. It's like 8 p.m. It's perfect.
Yeah. One guy I know that's very open to doing podcasts is Ben Brode. He's the guy that's pretty much heads up Hearthstone. So he might be able to talk Hearthstone and then maybe get us in touch with someone else on the other project teams. So
Pretty awesome.
yeah. So that stuff takes time. You got to kind of wine and dine. But yeah, we're happy. Like we're not as big as some of these other.
What kind of cheese do you guys like? I mean, I can get all
cheese
sorts of
baskets.
I'm gonna send them some. My father-in-law makes it, legally. So it's like I'm gonna send them some. Be like, here, dude, here's some wine, and we'll get you an assortment of some cheeses, and we'll send it all out to California. Wine and dine.
Ooh, that sounds good. Don't get me started. But back to Blizzard. Warcraft 3 assets are now in StarCraft 2. And I'm excited because we might actually see some of our favorite customs from Warcraft 3. A lot of people don't know this, but the original Dota was on Warcraft 3. Now, technically, there was a working kind of build in the StarCraft engine, but it didn't really become big until it became Dota All-Stars. But we're not going to get into that. Then there's like things like Mafuratsu TD, Roko TD, Footies, and Ultimate Footies, Line Wars, Naruto Wars. It's great. And StarCraft 2 Arcade, if I'm not mistaken, you could play all the things in the StarCraft 2 Arcade without even owning StarCraft 2. The only reason you have to own StarCraft 2 is to play online in the traditional RTS PvP and to do the campaigns. But for everything else, the arcade is open to everyone. So it's super exciting. And I noticed that in the European and Asian gaming scenes, they appreciate, Warcraft 3 a lot more and the StarCraft 2 arcade. I think it's really cool. Because for everyone else, it's like, ooh, StarCraft 2, I play Protoss, I play Terran, and I play Zerg. Oh, this is my APM. And that's cool and everything, but like, the thing about that is, like, I feel like you can't really enjoy those games casually because you have to know the requirements, resource management, how to multitask, and what time to tech what, and what counters what kind of units. And if you don't play enough, it's not fun because you're getting demolished.
I wanna say no to that. I've been playing StarCraft 2 a little bit, and because you've seen me play. I've been playing.
But you're not playing it casually.
Huh?
You're not playing it casually.
Yes, I am. Yeah,
so you just play. You can play one game, one or two games, and leave it, and then come back to it and have fun. Are you winning?
Yeah. But it's against people of my skill.
You got lucky then.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's people of like every person that I've ever played. It's of my skill. It's like the crap, just the casual players. Because I might get my ass handed to me, like somebody Zerg me to death, and I haven't built the wall yet or something like that.
Yeah.
It's something to where I don't, once I get that now when I play against Zerg, because I hate Zerg with a passion for something.
The Zerg rush. Ugh.
But I'll play Protoss, okay. And I'll just get my cannons and my buildings, and I'll just do a wall. So I funnel them, basically. Me learning how to do that just now, it's awesome because now I can start playing a little bit. I'm not gonna play ranked. Fuck that. I play GTA 5, dude. GTA 5 for life. or until it gets boring. And then, of course, you guys know I got CS:GO, but still, it's the aspect of the game that I've, yes, you have to be good to. You have to have 300 or 200 plus clicks per whatever they say it is to be good. No, not really. As long as you can counter what happens, like I can slowly do things and send out a scout to go scout out what's going on. As I'm doing that, I have that scout bound to one of my keys, so I can just double click one on my mouse, which everybody knows I play with a Naga.
Yep.
So then I just double click one and I get him out of there. While the whole time, every one of my buildings has max production up. So then if I miss one and I need to come back and do it, even if it's at two guys left, I can still make 3, 4, and 5 and go. And keep going and do what I need to do. I'm not that great, but
you're not a true casual gamer though. Like I'm saying, like if someone just said, let me try the StarCraft 2 thing, and they have no idea how RTS works, they just jump into it. That it'd be like the most brutal experience ever. Like, what the hell?
Well, it would be, but the fun thing about StarCraft 2 that I've liked, and this is why I started playing it, and playing it more, is there's arcade parts of this game that is really fun. Like there'll be tower defenses. Like you have to set up your line of what you're gonna make. Like if you're playing Zerg, you're gonna set up your Zerglings to do the rolling ones that blow up. I
Yeah.
don't know the correct name. I'm sorry, but then you have like 30 of those ones that blow up, and then they all hit the structure.
Are those
they all hit
banelings?
yeah, banelings. You're gonna have 30 of them blow up first, and then you're gonna have your whatever come into it, and then your flying support's gonna be behind you. You set them all up, and then they just spawn, and whatever the best army is wins. It's like a tower defense. There's little arcade games like that that make StarCraft 2 fun.
Yeah.
I
No,
can tell you
definitely.
right now, and it's all custom. Like I can
The
invite
custom
everybody
stuff is, I think, is better for the average person.
Yeah, because you're not sitting there held to a high standard of how many clicks can you make. Are you wasting any time with any of your drones or your SCVs or anything like that? Because that's a game to where you have to hit time marks, and this is just playing with Rendez for a
Yeah.
little while. Is you need to be able to with Zerg, you need to have so much out and so much stuff. You need to be expanded already by 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's
With Zerg, you need to hit these time marks, or you're gonna fail.
yeah. That,
Unless you get somebody with your skill that's basically just dumb as you are.
maybe one day we'll revisit StarCraft 2 and have an in-depth analysis of that. But yeah, 'cause that's a whole we could get deep on that.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the news. Blizzard. Well, actually, before we get into that, people were talking about Warcraft 4 that they like to see Warcraft 4, and I would love to see a new Warcraft, but unfortunately, I don't know. I don't see it happening because WoW kind of took over that lore.
I think yeah, that's the thing. I think the World of Warcraft stole the Warcraft scene.
Yeah.
Kind of just.
But see, I don't want to play an MMO. Like, I'd rather play a RTS or action-oriented version of Warcraft.
But they might do something of that, like you were saying. You want that action-oriented. They might pull everything together and make a Warcraft 4 that has every story combined, or every character that you can think of in Blizzard. And then, like, I guess you could say that's Heroes of the Storm. But no, have, like, the non-heroes, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it would be like Heroes of the Storm too much. That's why they're not doing it.
Yeah, but like Heroes of the Storm isn't story driven. That's the difference,
Well, it's the characters, MOBA action.
Yeah.
Which Warcraft 3 or 4 would be.
Oh my gosh, Avengers segue. Zagara isn't as good as or Zagara rather isn't as good as a Hulk. Ha! Avengers segue. But anyway, Blizzard has also teased, there's still people asking for Warcraft 4, but they've teased that they have a pet project which would allow gamers to play Warcraft games on modern PCs. Possibly updates to the previous Warcraft games on the StarCraft 2 engine. Maybe. So we'll see. But in non-gaming news... Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the games ported over, because a lot of people missed out on those previous experiences and those stories. They can retell them with the fresh facelift, But non-gaming news, X-Files is returning to TV for, I think, 6 episodes? Might be more. I guess it's a test run, kind of like they did with 24, like a little TV event, and then if it does well, they'll probably bring it back permanently. But they're bringing back our favorite characters. They got Smoking Man. They got David Duchovny. I forget their other people's names. The girl that plays Fox Mulder and Scully. He's Scully. They're gonna be back. And then Smoking Man and Director Skinner. There you go. The bald dude. They're coming back, and the creator Chris Carter is back on board too. So he says he says that the show's coming back after what he feels is a 13-year commercial break. 13 years since X-Files finished. That's crazy. Has it been that long? Damn, I feel old.
It has been that long. That's the problem.
Man, a lot of TV stuff going on. Lost Girl, Final episodes just started back up. I'm not caught up, but it came back April 17th. So it might be time to tune into sci-fi, or acquire your episode whatever way you do. It's up to you. People were talking about, the internet's been a buzz about Batman vs Superman trailer. Ben Affleck is in it. Batman wins anyway. GG. But back to video games. Killing Floor 2 is out. I'm surprised by this one. It's been a while.
People play it.
Yeah.
I think Nikki Bruises was playing the other day.
Oh.
I think Janelle was playing the other day.
Your girl, Nikki Bruises.
Hmm.
I mean, girl in the ghetto way, you know. Yo, you my girl, girl.
Yeah. I'm trying to get her to join Geeky Antics, but she's not.
People on Twitch are really weird. They don't get social media. It's like they go.
She does, but she's with somebody else right now.
Oh,
A
okay.
network that she doesn't know if she's allowed to, because she's like, well, can I cross network? And I was like, we don't, we're just trying to help people get their name out. That's all.
I've approached so many people that say they're part of the network, and when I go check out that network, all they have is like a website, and that's it, and they don't do anything with it. Like, they don't have different social media channels, they don't have like outreach programs, they don't have promotions,
like
giveaways.
Geeky Antics.
It's like, okay, they don't they just stick to one medium. Like, we're a Twitch network. Like, yeah, okay, sure, cool story. You're a stream team with a website. That's what it is. Not really a network, because you're not networking. But anyway, don't get me started on that one. Okay, Obi, it's scaring me. Those have been so close. Oh my God, what is that on your face? Oh, that's your face.
Wow, you're a dick.
So yeah, Killing Floor 2, I was surprised that it's been so many years since the original came out. People still faithfully playing it over like games like Left 4 Dead or whatever. So yeah, I play this every now and then too. So worth checking out. That's early access, and another early access game is a bit of a surpriser, little surpriser, I guess you call it. Trine 3, kind of like the Trine is kind of like, I don't know, how can you describe it? Trine is side-scrolling co-op fantasy game. Yeah, you gotta try hard and Trine. Trine is all about trying. But Trine 3, it's a action, side-scrolling, platforming, high fantasy RPG game, I guess. It's pretty cool. And it's class-based, so you got your wizard and your rogue and warrior, blah blah blah. It's fun. It looks beautiful too. So that's both of those games are early access on Steam. And that's all for the news. Let's move on. Hey, we keep it going. We got a lot to talk about. Go. Hey, oh. Okay, Obi, what we got next? I don't know.
Can I have what you're having? Just pass over a quick hit.
I'm excited. I'm a console. I get to join my friends. Look, I get to join my friends and the console peasants.
I need a little pick me up, dude. If you want to hook it up, hook a brother up.
I got plus 10 pun points for me. Yeah. The puns. Oh yeah, the puns. Oh yeah, the puns.
I'm gonna go to the next segment just because he's going crazy right now. We're gonna go right into it, but we're gonna hit up our fellow geeks and call out Geeks Engaged. This is about you guys, our fellow geeks. And already in the channel, we have Morgana. How you doing, huh? Hello.
I'm good. How are you?
Hey.
Hey.
This is a part of the conversation where we ask you guys if you guys want to be on the show. Please join it up. So we'll put TeamSpeak info in the chat, but please use headphones because we don't want mom coming around us or dog barking or please hook a brother up. It helps.
Yeah.
But if you guys can't join us live, let's keep the conversation going. Send us some tweets, guys. If you guys want to throw us some tweets.
What the heck?
At YogiZilla and at Geeky Antics. Wow, dude, I was just like, you couldn't let me mess up and just
show me your twits, please. Bum.
You know what? Screw you.
You guys are sexist pigs.
As always, the best way to experience all our really Shannon.
Wow, you're doing good, Obi.
This is gonna be an outtake in an outtakes episode.
How about we just skip the whole thing? But what they will say is leave us a voicemail, 206-415-4987. I threw you a little escape rope, Obi. There you go. I'm taking you out. 206-415-4987. But speaking of voicemail, Obi, we have a voicemail. Did you know that?
No, you don't never talk to me.
I like how you just throws that at me. Last week we had a conversation about self-accountability.
Yeah.
Why don't you own that and say...
I do own it. Whenever I'm supposed to do something, I do it.
Yogi, I'm sorry I do not make myself available to you.
I'm on TeamSpeak bro.
I am sorry I do not spread myself properly for you. That sounded really wrong.
You're a fucking perv.
Yeah.
Anyway, this voicemail. Now I'm gonna own my mistake. I was supposed to play it last week. It was time sensitive. I was not aware it was
So
time sensitive.
you screwed up.
But we had a lot to cover last week, and
You hear that, Morg?
we didn't get to it.
He's tried to blame me, but he actually screwed up in the beginning.
But it's a voicemail message from our friends at the Worst Radio Show who just hosted us. That's why you heard the little brum, brum on the stream if you were listening on the other stream or on an audio podcast feed. But yeah,
He was moved to your channel.
they're getting into the streaming scene heavy. So there's gonna be a lot of collaboration between us more and more. So stay tuned. But for now, here's the voicemail.
Yogi, Obi, it's Kevin from the Worst Radio Show. I am currently on the bowl and pondering life. I just wrestled with an Elgato HD60 for about an hour and a half. Still couldn't get it to work. It kept making my OBS crash because we're trying to get more into streaming here at the Worst Radio Show. But I felt like this was a great place to bitch, moan, and complain, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great show tonight. Make sure you guys come hang out on Sunday when we have our Mortal Kombat X tournament on our channel, twitch.tv/Worst Radio Show, The Worst Radio Show. Again, we love you guys. Hope you have a terrific show tonight. Later.
But yes, and Sunday was my birthday. But they're still gonna be streaming more. There's gonna be a lot more Destiny gameplay. They're doing it on the PS4 side, but Kevin said that he might be getting Destiny on the X-Bone, and then we might be playing together. Who knows? Now it's a grind fest, but hey, when you're grinding with friends, it's fun. When you grind alone, it sucks. That's the whole premise of World of Warcraft. You know, click, click,
It
click.
got awkward again.
So what did you do today? Click, click, click. You know, click, click, click. Yeah, but you know, stuff. Click, click, click. Hey, we got a 3-hour raid. You got all your macro set up? Click, click, yep. Click, click. Hey, look, a common drop. Click, click, click. Another common drop. Click, click, click. 10 hours later. Click, click, click. Another common drop. Click, click, click. Click. There you go, people. MMOs in a nutshell.
You have no idea. You have no
I know, because I was one of
what
those.
you're talking about.
I was one of those junkies, so I know.
Well, then you were a retarded junkie then, because that's not what I did. Click, 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 world first. Click, 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 world first. Click, 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 world first. No. You just had a really bad... I don't care. I'll show off all day long. But you just had a bad experience, bro. Some people that played MOBAs, or some people that played MMOs had an actual really good time in it. I played them for 10 years. That's why.
It's a lot of grinding, though. It's a lot of grinding until you get to the really satisfying parts.
But for somebody that dogs MMOs like you do, and then you're gonna want to go say, I'm gonna go play Destiny. Okay, go ahead. You're gonna be tired of it in a week.
I'm owning it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, it doesn't excite me. The part that's exciting is hanging out with friends. You know what I'm gonna spend most of my time doing? Dancing. I'm gonna be dancing moding. So, like, I'd go to World of Warcraft, but I'm not paying $15 a month just so I could dance and you know, do stupid things like fishing. You know, this is, I mean, I'd enjoy it,
Hey,
but
don't knock the fishing.
the
Okay?
fishing's pretty
Now
awesome.
Fishing is awesome.
It is pretty awesome. That's probably the best part of the game.
Can't you, like, catch a fish that'll, like, just beat the eternal crap out of you?
I'm sure
don't
that's a thing.
think so. Maybe?
Like it's an aggressive fish. Like it'll pull you into the water and you have to like kill it.
Damn, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Alright.
There was a fishing daily back in Panda time where one of them was you had to go fish something up and this big guy would attack you, but that's the only thing I can think of.
That might be it. I don't know. I didn't play for very long.
I don't want to get into the MMO rant. You know, they're cool. You know, the reason they're fun is because you get to hang out with your friends. You know. But if you took most MMOs and made it into a single player game, be honest with yourself, would you keep playing the game? I could almost guarantee most people would be like, this is boring as hell. If they had no one to play with, like a single player World of Warcraft, who would really play that? Part of the fun is coordinating. It's like, all right, you got the hots, and you're gonna peel. All right, yeah, he's got aggro. Go. Okay, stagger your abilities. Blue, 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 blue. Okay, don't space out your dots because you don't want to get too much burst damage, or else you're gonna pull aggro, and then you're gonna get focused, and then you're gonna die. And if you die, then blah blah blah. It gets intense. I get it.
Okay. We have it now. We have it. Tanks have aggro. More dots.
I love that video. People get really passionate about it, you know.
Like that guy went off. Like he was sitting there straight up. Like, do not do too many dots because you will pull aggro, and if you pull aggro, you will get kicked from the group. Let the tank get the aggro. Okay, tank's got aggro. More dots. Jesus Christ, man.
See, like this is the thing. What I always say about MOBAs. MOBAs take the fun parts of MMOs. And you still have the social aspect, but it condenses it, so it's more satisfying. Like you got all the peels and the dots and the hots and all that stuff, but it's more fast paced, you know. And you don't have to worry about like I need this epic gear before I could do this mission, and I gotta like grind for 3 years before I could go to that area. You know, it's crazy. It's a high barrier to entry. It's kind of I don't know. Okay, I said I was gonna do it. But we got a little discussion to have, right, Obi? Oh yeah. Oh, back to Kevin's thing. Right before I forget, he was talking about the whole Elgato thing. Now with PVRs, personal video recorders or streaming devices, streaming pass-through boxes, breakout boxes, whatever you want to call them. Basically a intermediate device that sits between the gaming console and your actual streaming machine, right? Where you're streaming from, where you're sending your video feed from. The problem with a lot of them, most of them actually, is that there tends to be audio issues. Either the audio sync issues, which you could fix with offsets, or the microphone channel and the game channels do not mix well. And there's ways to work around it, but apparently Elgato is having a lot of problems right now, so I don't know what to recommend. Some people say go with an internal card. Some people say external. I haven't had many problems with the Hauppauge PVR2, but if I had to choose a different one now, I don't know if I would go that route again. But I do like the external because I could put it wherever I need to. So that's a big selling point. I'm not limited. I'm not gonna physically keep moving a computer around next to the console or the source device that I want to stream from, because that'd be awkward. But I can move the box, boop, stream from a laptop or stream from a desktop. But the box could go wherever I need it to. I can travel with it if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, what we got, Obi? And I see you laughing.
Clicky.
Oh yeah.
The responsibility of beta and alpha testing. Yo. The reason I was laughing earlier is because I was typing to Morgan. I was like, hey, you want to do that sound effect tonight? You want to do that? She's like, wait, what sound effect? And I was like, your own face. What? Lol. No. I try to get everybody to do it, or not just you.
I didn't know what the hell you were saying.
Getting into the hot technical alpha was a big deal. I really think. Yes, yo.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Why was it a big deal?
I mean, there was a time when only you'd go into Heroes of the Storm and only a few hundred people were logged in. They had a total of maybe 1,000 people in the first round of the HOTS Alpha. By the time I got in, maybe there was 10,000 tops in the second or third round, and now there are over 9 million people supposedly signed up for the Alpha. Woo! I was not ready for that. Worst player 59. Welcome to the gang. Yeah, new follower. Woo! New follower. New follower. Okay. Sorry you had to see that, guys. I'll try not to dance too much. But yeah, it's just amazing how much the game is causing creating buzz, and I really feel if people could get past the snobbery of like, oh, it's an isometric overhead view type game, and just enjoy the mechanics. There's a lot of depth there. I talked to someone today and they said, oh, it's kind of a ghetto game. I don't know. I think it's kind of it needs more polish. I'm like, this game for a beta has an amazing. In the alpha, it had an amazing amount of polish. But anyway, to each their own. But I think that there is a certain amount of prestige in being part of an alpha or a beta, and I think that we need to take that responsibility to heart, because it's not just being able to wear it as a badge of honor. There's a responsibility to it, And it breaks my heart when people tell me things like, "Oh, I was part of the Heroes of the Storm Alpha. I was part of the Hearthstone Alpha, but I only played it once and I didn't like it." One time you determined you didn't like it. How bad can it be? Like, if you say it's not my thing, fine. Like, I don't play those kind of games, fine. But if you say, oh, I'd rather play this game, but that's the same kind of game, you need to give this game enough chance. So, anyway, the rant is over. The question, though, that we're going to address is beta testing. What does it really mean? What does that entail?
Not a goddamn thing.
So try to go through this as quick as
easy,
possible.
To the point. You said quickie. That's what.
All right, so we're gonna go through it quick. We got a lot of stuff to do. But one of the things is a technical. What's a alpha versus a beta? Now, in Heroes of the Storm, in particular, we can keep relating things back to Heroes of the Storm because that's our current obsession. Deal with it. But they had a technical alpha, and an alpha in general is a very early release. Usually, it's not ready for public consumption. A lot of companies that give people access to an alpha, like at a convention or a closed testing session, or closed alpha, they make you sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, which basically means you can't tell people about you being involved with it, or there's certain thing they don't want you to mention. You may not be able to stream, you may not have to take a video. They may tell you certain things you can say, or exactly what to say, or exactly what you can share or not. But Heroes of Storm, by the way, did not have an NDA. They were all just like, shared, we're open about it, we had nothing to hide, we hope people understand it's an alpha, and if there's any issues, we're going to work them out. And that's very bold, because Gigantic has not been doing that. A lot of companies don't do that, because they know that they have a lot of issues. They don't want it to come out until they get their duckies in a row. But an alpha is very, something that's like a prototype. A technical alpha is very much a very early thing. It's meant to kind of demo the core features, the technologies, the engine, but it may not be fully playable. It's playable enough so you can see how the things work.
Right. But I do want to say, though, too, with the one thing that I've seen that Blizzard has done, that even when they put out the alpha, the first couple rounds, yes, there were glitches. What game wouldn't have them? But for the most part, their stuff was done right the first time, and they just added to it. Because from the gameplay that I've seen of the alpha to the gameplay that I see now, even playing it with you at a decent, not a high level, but a moderate skill level, that's even when we're when I was playing just like just regular games with you against other people before you got all freaking ranked crazy. But the difference between then and now is huge.
Oh, yeah.
But it's because Blizzard had the game complete. There was just things they had to add.
Yeah.
That's why it's a good game. That's why 9 million people want to play this game already. Come on.
It's
And guys,
crazy.
for you guys that are playing it right now, there's only probably around 35 to 40,000 people playing it right now, and that's it.
Well, I think it might be
Still.
more than that.
Almost maybe 100.
I don't know the
think
exact
about
number, but it's
the
definitely more.
9 million, and there's, for those that are playing it, yeah, you can get on it easy. I mean, hell, I should give away this last beta key too.
I mean, right now it feels like 1 out of every 5 people that I know that's a gamer and I talk to is, hey, you want to get into Heroes of the Storm? They either have access already or they're not interested. But something that they're not, like, a lot of the people that are not interested already have access to it, and that makes me sad. It's like, oh, you're sitting on an account that's just not getting used. That's so sad. It breaks my heart. But
And then we see like other people that we see every day, but like, hey, you got your heroes yet? No. Like, there's legitimately.
yeah. They really want in, and then there's people just like they try it once and then they don't give it a real shot. So that's another point. Really, I think everybody, if you get in an alpha, if you get in a beta, if you get into alpha, because that's like a big deal. That's like a VIP thing. Even early beta access is a huge deal. Play after every patch. Check out the patch notes. Give it a cursory look. If it's something that's not jiving with you as far as like the performance of the game or balancing whatever. A lot of times, if you give feedback, they can actually address them and fix it. So give it a real shot and don't just set it up for failure. Provide some constructive feedback. If it's something they can actually fix, then give it to them. But make sure, constructive feedback has to be actionable, measurable, and objective. Don't just say, this sucks. Or, I'm bored by it. Why are you bored by it? Oh, it's too much of just sitting around and clicking and farming and repeating the same thing. Oh, I don't feel fully engaged. I feel like I'm just sitting around waiting for something to happen. Oh, I die too easily. Oh, I don't feel challenged enough. Give some kind of constructive criticism, so something that they could work off of. Right, Obi?
Yeah, and Blizzard's not trying to make this game like any other MOBA either. So for the people that are saying that stuff, and yes, there are people out there that are saying this stuff. For those people that are saying this stuff, they just need to grow up. This is not your norm. This is not League of Legends.
Well, I mean, in general though, like in general, any alpha or beta, right? What did you say? That's
right.
You got to give good, like, constructive feedback for them to be able to do something with it.
I'm kind of looking at this right here and the feature. Sorry.
Oh, you're jumping ahead. Well, think
No,
about it.
I
Like,
was looking at the whole thing.
if you were giving feedback on CS:GO, what's the one thing you would want them to fix or address? Quickly, go. Oh,
Not
put
that
you
I
on the
can think
spot.
of anything right now.
Okay, so you feel it's like a very well balanced game.
Take Dust 2 out of the competitive rotation, but that's about it.
Okay, see, that is perfect. You
All it
gave.
is, in my eyes, it's all it is it's an aiming map. If you can hold your angles in Dust 2, you will get kills. If you can have somebody watching your back, this is serious, guys, right here. If you can have somebody watching your back, one person watching your back in Dust 2, and you can hold your angles, you will get at least 2 kills around.
Yeah, that's what you're
Guaranteed.
saying. So that's a perfect example. So all we would say, get rid of Dust 2 because it ruins competition. Why? Because all you have to do is this, and it's not a fun thing. It's not a fun map. It's basically a race to who could do the same mundane thing. That's not fun. If you already know the exploit and there's one single way to play a map or play an objective or take advantage of a mechanic, then it's just a race of like who could do it a split second sooner. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. And that's the thing about Heroes of the Storm. And just there's other games like it, but we're using Heroes of the Storm as a reference. Is that they're trying to make it so it's not cookie cutter, and there's a lot of dynamics in it. Now remember, the alphas and betas are works in progress, so nothing is final. You could expect wipes. There might be a lot of nerfs. You might have things that you buy with real money that they'll get rid of, but what they usually do is that they'll give you a credit so you can rebuy the things.
Or they'll give you money back.
Yeah, exactly. They give you an account credit, they'll give you money back. So don't worry, people especially Blizzard, they're good about that. I mean,
Yeah, they just credit your account money.
yeah. They put it in your.
And then you can actually pull that off and put it back in your bank account if you want. So
They also you can use it in the as Battle.net credit too, so you can use it across any of the games too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's money in the bank, right? Like it's like, oh man, all of a sudden I got this huge money. In fact, in an alpha, in an earlier round before I got in, they had wiped the purchases, and what they did is they let people get an account credit, and then they gave the people the money back too. So they basically got free money. Like it was something weird like that. It did. I'm like, damn, that's actually really generous of them. So they're not trying to be a cash grab. But since we have been talking about Heroes of the Storm, there's a few things I want to talk about that I think, if we're good on time, well, maybe we'll save it for next week because these are big things. But in the next episode, we'll talk about some of the things we'd like to see before Heroes of the Storm goes public for the full release. And for those that play, I'm going to say a few key words. Envenom, matchmaking, dailies, surrender, party mode, and tooltips. Now, I want to say real quick with the dailies, the point I want to make here is that, and I'm going to field this question with you guys, is maybe dailies, should they be limited to non-league formats and unranked formats so that people do not auto-lock and ignore their team's intended comp? Think about this. If your thing says, your daily says play as a specialist, and you normally main warriors and maybe assassins, and you suck at specialists, but you get this daily, but you also want to play Hero League, that might throw your team because they might not need a specialist in that particular comp. They might already have 2 specialists, and maybe they don't want to go all specialists. So you auto lock, I don't know, Sergeant Hammer or Zagara, yeah. It's kind of a messed up thing to do because you're not even thinking about what your team wants. Oh God, don't get started. The BM when you pick Abathur, holy crap!
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you got a good Abathur that knows how to play that sumbitch, oh my God, you do more damage than you think you're doing.
And the sustain.
Sustain is awesome. I play Diablo with Abathur. I will play Abathur Diablo lane any day of the week.
Dude, yeah, you gotta play with us, cause we need a good Diablo player. I usually when I do Warrior, I do Arthas or ETC. But anyway, let's move on. We got lots to do. We got lots to do. Obi, let's go.
Go.
Am I doing it? Fine. Shout outs in love. So, Yogi, what was our ranking last week on the AllGames.com charts? Well, I'm glad you asked, Obi. We're slightly down to number 9, but we're still at the top. We started at the bottom. Now we're here.
Now we heal.
Now we're here. Oh my God.
Say here. You said now we hey.
Now we're here.
You didn't say here.
You're making me laugh. Stop it. Stop it, Yogi. Yobi.
Don't forget, to help us out by playing our stream on allgames.com around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. GMT. You guys, we can do this. We'll climb out to top 5, I want to say. It says top 10 here, but we're going to do top 5. Heck, play our streams on your tablets, your tablets, smartphones, computers, anything. Hell, if your toaster's got a processor and a screen, play it!
Hell yeah.
Which, if your toaster's got one of those, I want one too. So, just saying. And they work as a toaster, actually. That'd be awesome.
Dude,
I'd want in on that.
Definitely. And now, but yeah, hook us up, guys. It's only 5 minutes. You can even put it on mute and just let it play for 5 minutes. It's kind of cheeky, but we appreciate it.
Hopefully, you listen for the whole thing,
And now, guys, a message from our sponsors.
So real quick, I've been talking a lot about ShinyPrints.com, and we're getting really involved with them. We know that there's a lot of graphic designers out there. We know that there's a lot of people that like fan art or do fan art. We know there's people that do commission artwork. We know that there's photographers out there. If you're involved in any of those circles, whether you're on the aficionado side or you're on the creative side or both, get in touch with us because at ShinyPrints.com there are opportunities for you to get beautiful prints and resell them at a nice profit without gouging for prices, like without taking advantage of the consumer. The prices from ShinyPrince.com start as low as $12 with the mounting option built in. And these are things that are ready to mount. I mean, and they're beautiful. You don't need a frame or anything. It's ready to go. And it's legit. I'm gonna get some like geeky stuff printed up so I can like have it when I stream and stuff, or show it to you guys on our podcast.
Somebody draw the beard. Somebody draw the beard.
Oh my God!
And I will pay for it to get done.
Dude.
Seriously. And that being said, Lenny Bear 23, if you're listening to this or in the future or whatever, I still need to talk to you. She said something about making overlays for me for my games and stuff, and then I haven't talked to her in like a month.
She's a busy
where
bean.
did you go?
She's a busy bean.
Like, you were gonna make me overlays, and I just left out on my ass.
But ShinyPrince.com, get in touch. In fact, get in touch with me. And if you're interested in bulk pricing, or you want to do, if you want to do bulk orders, or you want to be a reseller, I'll help coordinate it with you because I have a good relationship with ShinyPrince.com because they're also one of my clients. So they're helping us do things here on Geeky Antics, but I also work very closely with them. And I'm trying to get in touch with artists, photographers, geeks that like that kind of stuff. There's opportunity here to make money or share something really cool with people, get custom artwork. So many possibilities. Yeah, check it out, ShinyPrince.com, and I guarantee that you won't find a better product for the price anywhere else. I don't think I'll ever go back to paper prints unless I'm looking for to save space, maybe. Because right now I have an issue where I got a bunch of awesome posters, and I have no option to freaking hang them up because everything's like super expensive. I'll show you guys in a second, but yeah, maybe I'll show it next time. I got a bunch of like stuff that I've gotten at conventions and stuff, or for some friends I made. Like, I got a poster of Mega Man, like a collage. Obi, listen, kid. Let's move on.
I'm listening to you, man.
Yeah. I'm giving you the shoulder, son.
What what did I do? I'm actually like agreeing with you, and like, cool, man. That's awesome. No, and I haven't said anything. You're just like, Obi doesn't care. I'm paying attention. That one time in the show that I'm paying attention, and you're like, Obi doesn't care, whatever.
That nod seemed condescending to me.
I was like, oh, that sounds awesome, dude. Because like I said, if somebody can draw the beard, especially if somebody can draw this, it's hard because you can't look at it that long. But this right here, the beard and the whole face, if somebody can draw it, I will pay for it to be put on one of those plates or one of those pieces.
Yeah.
I want it. I want it. I want it now. And I'm going to put it up on my wall right here. Because, my lighting sucks. I can never use my green screen. So I'm going to put it right here. Guys. I'm going to hang it. I'm going to put a hole in my wall just for that piece. Oh, yeah.
Dude, you got lots of good room to work with and stuff, too.
Yeah, I got a whole wall.
I gotta rearrange everything. I did put some posters up, if you see in the background there. And then talk close to the mic. There's some stuff in the back. I don't know if you can really tell. There's the Resident Evil 4 poster there, the Happy Bunny, and then pole dancing poster over there. It's some random stuff. Because I realized that wall was really bare looking, and I was like, I need to do something with that.
Yogi said, I don't like it. Yogi, I don't care. Okay. What about Rafflecopter?
Well, Rafflecopter, I think, is the best way to do giveaways. People do them on a channel. You're not gonna get maximum reach and benefit from it. So and not to mention, when you do live giveaways, the people that are not there live miss out, and it's kind of a dirtbag thing to do. So Rafflecopter is probably the best way to go. But for all our sponsors, go to geekyantics.net/sponsors, and you can see how you can support the network and check out some really awesome people. Cause we handpick these people. I've gotten approached by a lot of people that have products. They're like, oh, I want to check out my product, my service is great, and then we can sell it to your audience. And I'm like, you seem a little sleazy, so no. But the sad part is those sleazy people usually pay more money. But we're not gonna recommend something to you that we don't like ourselves or trust ourselves. So that's our guarantee to you. We'd rather go broke first, which is why we're starving artists. All right, Obi, what you got?
Amen. Back to our feature, guys. Last week we were talking about how to win at HOTS as a scrub. This is part 2. Okay. So we're on HOTS. We're on a HOTS kick, guys. We have been for the last month or so. But these tips will apply to about every PvP game in MOBAs. People try to overcomplicate matters and externalize failure, basically passing the buck. Oh my God, it's your fault. You didn't hit your skill shot like you were supposed to. You're supposed to be a thresh. You couldn't hook for shit. You're supposed to, you're supposed to be, what is his name? Patches?
Stitches.
Stitches. You're supposed to be able to hook them and you missed it. You grabbed a minion. What's wrong with you? It's about fundamentals, guys, and having fun. For one, if you can't have fun in any game, not one person in this world is going to play a game that they hate to play. That's just how it is. Even with friends. I mean, I have games that I will not play with them. And people know I won't, just because I hate to play like League of Legends. Don't ask me to play League. I won't play with you. I want to go troll and be a douchebag on my own time.
Do it on your own time, son.
If you guys knew what I'd done in League of Legends games, you guys would hate me.
That game brings out the worst in everybody, though. Cause it's like,
yeah, me too.
Once you get one, two douchebags in a match, you figure, why not? Let me just join in,
Mm-hmm.
And that game has all game chat. See, Heroes of the Storm, only team chat. So you didn't get that trash talk. But last time we talked about, and again, this is not just about Heroes of the Storm. It's also just general PvP tips that help out. Like having a plan beforehand, understanding the expectations of your team. Are they playing for fun? Do they want to, play on a more competitive level? Are they looking to be professional? Because you could be competitive and not be professional about it. You could still be a little casual, amateurish about it. But not everyone wants to be that top tier, top 3 team player. That's crazy. And a lot of times stick with the basics. It's a game. You want to have fun with it first and foremost. I think every game should be entertaining. Is someone poking me here? Oh, okay. When I get poked on TeamSpeak, I hear the Duke Nukem voices. That's funny.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
God, Fatal Blades is so pushy.
I know.
He's so pokey.
Oh.
Keep going, Yogi.
Well, Lord Rakdos has to leave right now, so good night, buddy. But he wanted us to make sure we mention the timing of group attack. So we'll mention it in a second. But so yeah, we also mentioned last week in episode 70. Be self-accountable. Don't blame people. Think about what you could have done better and focus on your gameplay. A lot of it comes down to the basics. Don't overcomplicate it, because people go into all these crazy things and you just drive yourself crazy, and that takes away the fun. But some people like that math and going down to the exact split seconds and calculating probability and all that stuff. If that excites you, then it's complicated
from your channel.
But keep team talk to a minimum. That's another thing. You want to minimize that banter, because then what ends up happening is if you just keep chatting and talking on voice or whatever, then people start tuning you out, and then when something really important has to be said, they're kind of just tunnel vision, and they almost have you muted automatically, like in their head. And then post game, post match, review your strengths and your highlights. Everybody should just say, hey, I did this really well, but I feel my opportunity was working on this. And celebrate your team victories. Use we statements. And avoid the word problems. Think about opportunities. That's more empowering. I know that sounds really hipster and kumbaya, but it does work. It transforms how people approach things. But, alright, so Lord Rakdos was talking about the timing of group attacks. And I think a big thing is engaging. So many times the BM starts because people go, why didn't you go in? But it's the warrior. All right, if it's a warrior that goes in, yes, that is his job to initiate. But a smart warrior was be aware of where all his teammates are and not initiate until his teammates are in position, right? But so many times you have a warrior that just goes in. And, I'm gonna go in this hit. Come on, guys! And everybody else is like in other parts of the map across the globe, and they're like, "Why did you guys join the map?" And they, "Oh, I'm sorry, my teleport ability was not up."
This guy.
Oh.
I'm that guy, guys.
Well, you can afford to at Diablo.
Yogi,
Diablo doesn't ever die.
I'm gonna call this guy out. Well, I'm not gonna call his name out, but somebody just messaged me on a different that's watching the stream, and he goes, "What's DM?" or BM?
Bad manners.
I call it bad mood.
Bad manners. That's what it is. It's when you're just not very nice at all. So yeah, the timing and the positioning, you gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them. Like if a fight's not going well,
You gotta know.
it's okay for you to be the guy that runs away because you're still alive and you can at least poke the enemy until everybody can regroup. But if everybody dies, that helps no one. But so many times that one person's getting his butt whooped and you're like, well, let me go and help him. Then that person died. Then someone else goes to help them. And then that person dies. And then the next thing you know, your team was dominated. And then, in late game, when your whole team is down and you got that 1 minute long timer for respawn.
That's called GO. Game over.
Yeah, depending where things are at, yeah, it could be game over. If they got their lane pushed into your base and they're taking out your structures or they're at your nexus, yep, pretty much GG.
Yeah, they're pushed in all the way.
But another thing I want to mention, I had a guy in game today, OB, that literally
User was moved to your channel.
stood still when he was supposed to be capturing an objective, body blocked us, and then he goes, "Lol, sorry, I was lighting a bowl."
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, you were there for that.
Yeah.
And so I just made a little, passive aggressive Yogi. I made a little snide remark about it. I'm like, oh great, we love burnouts on our team. Very productive. Hey everybody, let's freaking jerk off and freaking smoke crack while we're playing Heroes of the Storm. He's like, well, at least you're being honest about it. And I'm like, no, it's like, hey, you want to be a burnout? Cool, but do it on your own time.
That's just awful. I mean, that's just terrible. No, hello, Yogi. Hello, Obi. What you guys doing?
Hi, Kayx.
You know what kills me in Heroes of the Storm?
What's that?
It's what I call the 5-minute jerk-offs. You're 5 minutes into the game. You're like level 7. Someone dies on your team, and this guy goes, well, it's over. It's done. We're finished. It's like, it's level 5, dude. Like, there's another 18 levels probably to go, and you threw the towel in at level 5.
Yeah.
This can only be productive. And when that teammate quits, you'll start seeing him shut down. You'll start seeing other teammates who are like, well, this guy's not trying, so yeah, we're pretty much done. It casts this really negative attitude.
Yep.
It's horrible.
I call those the people with the attention span of a squirrel.
Yeah, attention span's part of it, and some people just have a defeatist mentality.
Some people it's just, and I'm the same way sometimes when I die too many times, but not after the first death.
Yeah,
especially if I'm alive. Especially if I'm alive at like 10 minutes and I haven't died yet, and we're freaking killing people. Because usually by 7 minutes we're killing people already.
I'm that way with every game except for Minecraft. Because I've played it so long, it's just like, why bother now?
Yeah, those blocks can get pretty tough, especially when they decide to leave your house and it just crumbles.
When your friend decides to spawn in 11,000 zombies in one go.
That's evil. That's like in SimCity.
That's not a friend. That's not a friend. That's called being a douchebag.
It is a douchebag move.
I'm surprised they never made SimCity into a PvP game. One person builds a city. Yeah, and one person builds a city, and another person causes unfortunate things to happen, like
natural disasters and stuff.
Yeah, tornadoes, Godzilla, or the unemployment rate goes up, or a meth lab opens up shop in your town, and then everybody becomes a burnout. All kind of stuff like that. That could be. Hey,
That would be a great competitive mode for The Sims too.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, with how pervasive troll culture is, I'm surprised this isn't a thing. An interactive sim experience where you're not just being a voyeur, but you're actually impacting how those people's lives unfold. Yeah. I like this. What do you think, Morg?
That's the same thing that they did with the new Fable, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's story driven. I'm talking about my sandbox. But let's see what Morg has to say about it, because she's been quiet. We know you're there.
I am here. I'm always here.
You're lurking. You're lurking.
I am. I'm a professional lurker. I'm really good at it. I don't know. Some games just do not need to be multiplayer. Sims, I play it. It might add a fun aspect to it, but I don't know. Sandbox just needs to,
You don't like the idea? Little Godzilla comes in and takes a poop on one of your buildings.
Hell no, I would be pissed. Because I work hard to build my crap up, and it pisses me off when someone comes in and does something.
Well, you can opt in. You can opt into it, and it'll be like a balancing. Like they can only do certain things at certain levels. Like it's escalating. Like it could be a tug of war type thing. You know what I mean? Like Battle Tetris.
I think people would like it. For me, I would not, because that really does tick me off. Like when I play Minecraft with my kids, they know the rule is don't mess with Mama's stuff.
Oh.
Mama will kick your butt.
In public servers.
Whoop that ass.
Public servers.
I will get CPS call up on me, and I won't even give a damn. So you better start recognizing, boy.
In public servers, people destroying your creations. Oh, it's so dirty. It's like, oh, I need to break this down for resources. Like, what?
Wait,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I
spent hours on that.
I have
Oh my
a stream, or a server for my stream on Minecraft that we played on, and people would come in there and change things on my house, and I just stopped playing because it pisses me off. Don't mess with my shit.
Hey, Morg, you should take it on and just keep getting on GTA and learn how to drive. So when we
no. Wait a minute. Let's talk about driving.
Uh-oh.
Okay? You give me so much crap about my driving on frickin' GTA, but holy hell, Obi.
But when I need to get away, I can get away. You can't.
Whatever, only if you're spinning in circles and flying off of cliffs, running into buildings. I mean, really, come on. I might hit a car and spin around, but I can continue to go. You hit buildings and fly off of, seriously, cliffs. I mean...
Hey, this is funny. We need to get back on topic.
Oh, man. I mean,
there was a topic?
I mean, this is gonna... We're doing this one in installments because we know we're gonna go off on tangents, but... Another thing is, if in any game, not just PvP, if you're getting tired or frustrated, and if it's an online game, remember, think about it like this. It's an online game. Other people are depending on you in some way. They're giving up their time, and this might be what little free time they have to enjoy something. And if you're playing frustrated or annoyed or half-cocked, right, you're taking away from someone else's experience. So, if you're getting frustrated, you notice the salt is coming in, you're feeling a little more irritable, take a break. Come back refreshed, Why keep pounding your head against the wall? Like, if you're on a losing streak in the game, why keep, if it really bothers you that much, walk away from it, play something else. There's lots of games you can use as a palate cleanser, or lots of other things you could do, Run some laps, play with your pets, say hello to your family, for that 15 minutes a day, and then go back to your man cave. Whatever you do.
Because if you don't, then you're gonna pull a Obi. Rage.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And basically Obi, and I'm going back to GTA 5. You need to, like you said, take a break, guys, because if you don't, you're gonna pull an Obi. And I wasted probably about $400,000 last night, because people
Damn.
were blowing me up. So I kept buying rockets at 25,000 a pop. I spent all my money, but at the other end, I did achieve the 5-star wanted rating last night.
Nice.
The Grand Theft Auto turned into Quake Rocket Arena.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Right in front of my apartment too.
Oh man.
And it's,
Tommy
you know, 'cause
Vercetti. Remember the name.
yeah, after two stars, you can't get into your apartment no more. So I'm running around in my apartment in circles, killing helicopters when they're coming down, killing cops, other people that are trying to kill me. It was
They
just
will
like
actually
a war
come
zone.
into your apartment?
No, you can't get into your apartment after 2 stars.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can dodge the cops if they don't see you. You can get into your apartment if you have a star. But 2 stars, they've already seen you, so you can't get into your apartment because they'll know where you're at.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
You gotta
crazy. I
you gotta
didn't know
shake
that.
the tail. That's crazy. It's very
Good to
very
know.
well thought out.
Guy, another couple more are know when to give up objectives. In any MOBA, any kind of game, is, you know when to give them up. You know, if they're pushing so hard, and it's just really easy. If there's 4 or 5 of the other team there, they want to push that tower, and you don't have all 5 of your people there, they're probably gonna kill that tower. They're probably gonna pass through that gate. They're probably gonna take what they want to, and then in the process, killing you at the same time. So know when to give your stuff up. In pubs, there always be team members that want to do their own thing or lag. I'm lagging. Okay, yeah, whatever. This when you should take, maybe some side camps or something to keep your game momentum at a steady increase. Because if you stop your gameplay momentum, you stop getting side camps, you stop getting objectives, you're dead.
If you stop your game trajectory, basically you're a camper.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so if somebody else is doing their, they want to take your objective that you're trying to protect. Maybe if they're all 5 at the bottom and you guys only have 2 people on bottom defending it, stall them enough, do some damage to them or do something to stall them, because then you can have all 3 of your guys or 2 of your guys go up top, 1 in mid, and push those lanes too. But you can always counter push in different lanes or counter, get, like I said, side camps to help everything happen. Sorry, guys, my throat's killing me today.
What you're saying is constant damage all the time?
Constant damage. Mm-hmm.
See, it's
whether
like
it be on a side camp or another lane. Yes.
It's like being a shark. There was a myth for the longest time. If a shark stops moving, it will die. So when you play them, I know it's wrong, but the same idea basically stands for a MOBA. Even if you're not necessarily taking the tributes or the map objective, and they have all 5 people there, you can push 1 or 2 forts and trade. If you trade 2 forts for 1 temple, you're coming out 1,300 experience ahead. And that's just for the fort, not including, wall cannons or another cannon. Mm-hmm. So by that, you're coming out ahead, because a temple only takes down 1 full fort before it runs out. So if you guys are pushing, even if you feel like you're going to stall, push something else. Keep yourself always moving positively, and yeah, you're going to come out ahead.
Right.
Really, I think that's kind of the basis.
Yeah, and then, know your limitations. That's another extension of that. It's like, oh, they're taking the objective. Well, I'm gonna go stop them. It's like, well, 1 versus 5, probably not gonna do anything there.
You could go down there, but nothing's really gonna happen. Where you could just push another lane on the opposite side of the map, because I'm telling you right now, if they're pushing for your tier 2, and you're pushing for their tier 2, it's basically, hey, who's gonna give up first, because we're going to the base. So then it's say who's got most damage, and who's got the extra side camps. It would be something to say, It would be something to say, okay, hey, you two go get those two side camps. We're going to push this lane. So by the time they get to our Nexus, we get to theirs, we're going to have more people and we can push for the win. You know, that's something that the shot caller or the team caller is going to call, hey, get these side camps and let's push top lane or let's push mid lane out to win or whatever. Because then they're going to have to come back.
Yep. You know, another thing too is that there is a sort of snowball effect. If you get stuck on a mistake or keep repeating a mistake and you let it affect you mentally and you keep just getting sloppy, things snowball really hard. But there's also, on the flip side, there's this whole thing about first to 10. If in Heroes of the Storm in particular, or every game has like this little thing where if you're first to this particular objective or this level or this, I don't know, area or this achievement.
First to an ultimate.
First to whatever. It's like you win. That means you're gonna win, and that's not the case. Like, oh, you got the first kill, you got first blood, so that means your team's gonna win. No, especially in Heroes of the Storm, like you can always turn it around. It becomes more challenging, perhaps at points, but nothing's guaranteed. And people give up
not
so
won
much.
until the Nexus is gone.
Yeah, and that's something that applies in so many games.
Because we've had those kind of games to where all we had was our Nexus left and we came back and won.
Yeah. Or on the flip side, we had games where we were dominating. Like, it was like a 5-level gap in Heroes of the Storm.
They killed us one time where they took out 2 of our people and we thought we could take them 3v5. I remember that one. I was pissed.
It happens all too often, actually, sadly. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we got to move on. I know we got to wrapping up soon. Mm-hmm. But we'll keep the strategy talk going. But we got... This is me. You ready? Mm-hmm.
Sure, go. Ready, set, go.
Community events and giveaways.
So, folks, people do... Oh, wait, what?
What?
Oh, I said time's up already.
Oh, okay.
I was going down here.
I didn't have enough time. Oh my gosh! You troll.
No,
the BM. Anyway, so congrats once again to our recent giveaway winners, Lord Rakdos and Medi, aka Crazy One. And I have to say, I'm really jelly of all the goodies that Lord Rakdos got. I know he had to just leave, but some of the goodies included, and this is the thing that burns me up, people do not dig deeper. There was a slideshow showing all the different prizes. At the very front slide, it said a total prize package worth over $200 and all this stuff, including blah, 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 blah. And there were different pictures, but people were just like autopilot mode. This happens a lot in video games and absorbing information. Whatever people are doing is like the blinders on. But he got Jason Brandt's The Hunger Zombie ebook series. That's 5 books in there. He got Assault Android Cactus. He got Castle Storm. He got Speed Runner. He got Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball. Try saying that a bunch of times, right?
That's fun, actually.
Sentinels of the Multiverse, a game that's based on a tabletop game where you get to live out comic book battles in the TCG format. Wolfenstein: The Order, Doom 4 Beta Access, Frozen Synapse Prime, Skulls of the Shogun, Scrolls Full Version, Vertical Drop Heroes HD, Delver, Duke Nukem 3D and Megaton Edition, Shadow Warrior Redux, CSGO, Twitch Turbo 1-month subscription, and a $20 PlayStation Network card. Whew.
Damn.
Some of these games I don't even have. I'm jealous.
So yes, folks, people actually do win giveaways.
They do.
And get their prizes. They do. Rakdos played as what? It's smart.
He played it smart. He played it smart because he got his daily entries to up his chances of winning. Well played, sir. Now, on the community gaming side, it's been great sharing the Heroes of the Storm love with our friends, and soon it's gonna be public. But you know what? If you want to be part of the cool kids club before everybody could play it, we still got the beta keys floating around. You want to jump on it before it goes to open beta? Let us know. Send us a tweet at Yogizilla, at Obi1X2, at Geeky Antics. Oh, actually, Fatal Blades might have some at Fatal Blade _Blades. Fatal, you have some, right? Do you?
Yeah, I think I still have 1 or 2 floating around.
Okay, that's Fatal F8TL _Blades.
I have some too.
Oh, Morgana Freya. Morgana, you got the same name on Twitter, right?
Just give them out on your
Yep.
stream, Morg.
Yeah, easy.
I have something else to give out on stream, but yeah.
Are they autographed pictures of you?
Nobody
What?
wants that.
Hey, I didn't want
What do
it.
you got? I'll start watching.
I want the Hello Kitty. I want the Hello Kitty cosplay.
Nice, Obi. Thanks.
You start watching Obi, it's going to be a how to drive book.
L2P driving.
Yeah, if
driving.
Obi wins, then the prize definitely changes.
What?
Oh,
Definitely. Just kidding.
that's why
I'm
you
not gonna
always
be a part of
have.
shenanigans.
You always have like a little catch-all CYA statement, a little clause in your
If this
legalese.
one person wins, it's going to definitely be something else, not worth what I'm actually giving, but it's going to be something else. Stay tuned.
How to stop a bus. Thanks a lot, BFT.
And according to BFT, if a shark stops moving, it just can't breathe and it would eventually die after it rips you to shreds, of course. Anyway, for those who want to compete in Heroes of the Storm, if you're already a part of HOTS and you want to be part of a more relaxed environment, I'm trying to work with a few guys that are a little salty, a little more volatile. We have our Geeky Antics team, so that's something to look forward to. Whether
I'm not on the team.
whether
You don't have to worry about me.
well, you're always welcome to join us for Hero League. But when you join,
Isn't that one kid said I really suck? Like I never need to play this game again?
oh gosh,
After he told me he banged my mom?
yeah, that's like a 1 in 20 thing. You usually don't get it that bad. But yeah, I even had the guy that said don't ever play the game again, and then I led the team in everything possible. Highest siege damage, highest assists, highest XP contribution, and I keep saying that it's not an individual performance game, but you know, when the numbers are there across the board, that tells you something. I was involved in the team fights. I was taking objectives. I contributed, you know, but. Anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, he was like, you should uninstall this game. Don't ever touch this game again. Like, oh, thank you,
I'm
boss.
just surprised Morg hates me this much.
Aww.
I don't hate you. I love you, Obi.
And you guys, I feel like you guys are part of the Cool Kids Club too, a different Cool Kids Club. Because I see you in Obi's Bandits channel, hanging out, playing your GTAs. And we're playing Heroes, and I'm like, oh, they're over there.
What,
I feel
she's
like
a part of my crew? Not anymore.
I feel like I want to visit them.
Oh,
Oh, shots fired.
that's just
Gonna-
mean.
She's got a special ed prize for me. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay.
You actually already have what I'm giving away, so.
Yeah, probably. I have, wait, what?
The game I'm giving away, you already have it.
What do you got? What are you giving away?
I'm gonna be giving away Don't Starve, along with its DLC of Reign of Giants and Don't Starve together.
Ooh. I would like to
Yeah.
receive that.
Yogi,
How do
stop,
I play?
fool? So if you guys want to, you guys can go give Morgana Freya a check out on.
I don't have Don't Starve Together yet. You guys still playing that? By the way.
Every now and then we'll get into it, but
Okay.
dude, when you get more than 3 or 4 people, dude, it's really hard.
That's what
It
she
gets
said.
really hard. No, she did, and not in this game.
What?
Oh, I got it.
No, anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted you. What's give us Morgana's info. Obi.
Wow. I can't believe you went there.
What?
That's my job to be perverted as hell.
What? We can trade roles sometimes, you know.
No, we can't.
Did you see Freaky Friday? Wasn't it Freaky Friday? I don't know.
You can take your shit, pack it up somewhere else.
Anyway, Twitch.tv/Morgana Freya.
Go check her out if you guys want to play Don't Starve. Don't Starve Together.
Don't stop
And a
together.
DLC.
I think it's on sale.
Yeah, it's on sale. I actually just bought it for myself last night, and it came with a free mega pack to give away to someone. So
No, really? How many is in a mega pack?
Should be 4.
The mega pack comes with Don't Starve, the DLC, Reign of Giants, and then Don't Starve together. And then
it's the whole series.
Yeah, it's the whole series, and then they give you an extra one to give to a friend.
Really? Well, I guess it's a good.
Sale's almost over.
Once you go buy it or go start watching her stream, Yogi, so you know when the giveaway is. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'll try to pick it up myself. I'm sure there's a credit card I can max out somewhere. We'll leave that for the community. But I'd like to join you guys. But now it's a good segue as we start to bring the show to close. Deals for cheap bastards. So Steam has free games, by the way. People don't know this, but Steam has free games. Not free-to-play games. I'm talking about actual free games. These are games that are the publishers put for free briefly, and once you own it, once you add it to your library, it's free for lifetime, you know. And it is usually for a limited time. One of the last ones I saw was Destination Soul, which is an open-world online multiplayer game that kind of reminds me of.
Oh, another MMO. Got it.
Anyway, so it's kind of like EVE Online in a more retro action-focused package, kind of like Armada Online, but unfortunately Armada Online right now seems to be on hiatus because there's a labor of love and sometimes real life comes into play. But
I logged on the other day and there's no it wouldn't even log me on.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah. We had to touch base with them because they've been on. We had them on the show and we've been in touch with them. They're friends of the network. I'm rooting for Armada Online though. I love that series. But anyway, yeah, check out Steam. There's always stuff on sale there, and the Destination Soul thing does look pretty cool. But you gotta be in it to win it. And like Morgan just said, the Don't Starve bundle. I hope that's still on sale. What was it, like $14.99 or something like that?
18 for all three, I believe, plus the extra pack.
Not bad. It's not bad at all.
Not at all.
Usually, it's that whole package is probably like $24 or $30, something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
And you get it twice over, right?
Actually, let me segue really quick. I saw Felicia Day playing it. Oh, this looks really fun. So I went and I looked, and it was on sale, and I had to buy it, and yeah.
You just made a bunch of our fans just nerdgasm, right?
I know, right?
Felicia Day, she's been on Geek and Sundry quite a bit lately too. Actually on live show.
Well, yeah, that's her baby. Her and Will Wheaton.
That's her company, but she wasn't actively out on a lot of the shows or anything. She's been out on almost every show this week.
Well, because part of it she was filming for different shows, and then
she just got done filming Supernatural.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
it
just got done airing.
Oh, yeah,
sweet.
But another Charlie episode.
The last 2 weeks is what I'm saying. The last 2 weeks, she had missed almost 3 or 4 weeks doing different shows and different stuff that she needed to do IRL. But she's actually been on almost every single day again this past 2 weeks. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and yesterday she was streaming on her channel, Sundry, but her channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was the live co-optitude, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, Brian Day cracks me up.
Ooh.
And the game just looked really fun, so I went and bought it. And like I said, I got this extra one, so I thought, well, that's a good giveaway. But you have to be watching the channel to earn points in order to, get the game. So
it's a contest. Interesting. It's a performance piece. By the way, I know we gotta wrap up soon. We're almost running out of time. But Games with Gold. Double the games this month if you're an Xbox Live member. And if you're an Xbox One, you can get Child of Light, Rayman Legends, Pool Nation FX, Assassin's Creed. Wow. Black Flag. It's contagious, OB. And unfortunately, for those that missed out on iDarb like me, You can't get it now for free, but you can buy it for $15. So may want to wait for a price drop. By the way, Obi, bring us home. Bring us home.
Definitely, we'll do so, sir. Thank you guys for watching Horseplay Live. See you later.
Wow.
Sorry.
Best ending ever.
I know,
That's
right?
quite the ending.
Morgana, let everybody know your deets again, where they can find you at.
Okay, I am on twitch.tv/Morgana Freya. I am on, Morgana Freya on Twitter and on YouTube and Steam and pretty much everywhere.
Thank you, ma'am. Fatal Blades, where can they find you at today, sir?
Well, Twitter at F8TL Blades, and actually after this weekend, I am going to be starting up my streaming pretty regularly. So twitch.tv/F8TL _Blades.
Awesome. And Kai Hex, do you have a stream channel or anything?
Yeah, twitch.tv/KaiHex. KAIHEX.
Okay, that's if you guys didn't hear that, it's KAIHEX. Kai Hex. You guys check him out on Twitch. But guys, Horseplay Live is everywhere. You can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com. Please take a few minutes to thumbs out, favorite, subscribe, and even share. Even better, guys, we would love some comments and reviews. It's quick and easy. It's easy. It really helps us out. Thanks to everyone who has been promoting our content. We love you. Yeah, that was kind of scary, but you guys can check me out on Obi1X2 on my channel, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, everything Obi1X2, and of course here soon. I say soon, but as soon as I can stop being dumb and me and Yogi can actually get together, you guys will see Pseudojin, the Counter-Strike, the amateur team that we're playing with right now. But Yogi, where can they check you out, buddy?
I'm YogiZilla everywhere on Xbox Live, but back after like a year hiatus. Gosh, I mean, I went like 8-9 years of Xbox Live straight, and then almost actually a year and a half or so without Xbox Live. I missed it actually. I mean, the PC gaming kept me engaged, but I missed the community on the console side. So good to be back, and yeah, stalk me, and of course, our main home. I'm always there, geekyantics.net, writing articles, publishing podcasts. Lurking in the forums, messaging people, all kind of fun stuff.
Talking
Definitely.
people.
But guys, if you guys are listening to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power King show is up next, followed by the B Team podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to hang out in the chat room by clicking the live or chat button and just say hi. But as this is now for this Horseplay Live, Obi1X2, YogiZilla, Fatal Blades, Morgana Freya, Kai Hex in chat. We appreciate it. See you guys next week. Peace.